All right, Tech fans, let's talk about it. So, we all know how good Haynes King was, obviously, the past 3 seasons for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. We know about all his numbers, him being all ACC, ACC Offensive Player of the Year, ACC Player of the Year as well. This is a guy that led Georgia Tech to an 8-0 start. They did taper off towards the end of the year. Obviously, didn't have his best showing against Pittsburgh at home. But Haynes King is Haynes King, one of the best dual threats you'll find. Set career numbers, obviously, in rushing yards and I believe touchdowns this year as well, leading the Yellow Jackets. And they had an offense that was pretty much centered around Haynes King and everything that he can do and bring to the table. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Falcons have been pretty much, I don't want to say recruiting, but they've been interested in several Georgia Tech players, right? Think about, obviously, Amari Harvey. He's obviously gotten some interest. I think he's met or has talked to the Falcons. He did it, obviously, at his pro day a little bit. And Haynes King has scheduled, obviously, a visit here with the Falcons this week, right? And I'm going to be real with y'all. It wouldn't be a bad ad for the Falcons. It could be a late round draft pick. Haynes King right now is not necessarily being mocked to certain places, but I mean, with the QB situation, there's a lot of injuries. Now, Haynes King dealt with his injuries early on in his career, but when you look at guys like obviously Michael Penix Jr., several ACL injuries, got hurt last year. Tua Tagovailoa obviously has dealt with injuries in his career, more so on the head space, more so in the concussions. They need another quarterback to kind of come in there. And what's so cool for King is he's playing with house money, right? You get to go in there, learn, see what happens, and you don't even know. They could even give you the keys in year 2, right? Some may say, oh, well, Naj, you have a lot invested into, obviously, Michael Penix Jr., but remember, he's still on that rookie contract. He's still on that rookie deal. And if he can't perform up to snuff, right, they could look in a different direction. The Falcons are uber talented this year, right? They still have the same core of players, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and obviously Kyle Pitts. The defense is not bad either. They got to get some, obviously, different pieces like defensive tackle, edge rusher, things like that to help out Jalon Walker in other areas. But the main thing has been the quarterback. If this quarterback position can get correct, the Falcons can go. And why not get Haynes King right down the road in Atlanta, not too far away from obviously Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and a guy that has went through the mud, resurrected his career, learned the brick key, is a juggernaut, is a savant, stays late, comes in early, right? Does all the things you need him to do. To me, it makes a lot of sense. So we'll see. Obviously, the visit has to go well, man. But King's not really being mocked to a whole bunch of places when you look at CBS Sports, NFL Network, ESPN. I don't think he's even being mocked to be drafted. But if you're the Falcons, why not take that chance? I'm not saying do it early on. You have other needs, but what if King's there in the 6th round, 5th round? You know what I'm saying? Why not take that chance on Haynes King? And you might even be able to add, you know what I'm saying, Amari Harvey in there along with maybe a Christian Miller or, a couple of Georgia players. Hey, man, I'm going to be real with you. There's nothing wrong with getting a couple of Georgia players or Georgia Tech players, man, on your roster, man. Both of these teams are really good in college football, and they can make you a lot better, man. So I love to see him getting a visit, and we may even see the, obviously hometown kid. He is from, obviously, Longview, Texas, but we could even see the Georgia Tech star potentially staying in the A. What do y'all think, man? Would this be a good move for Haynes King?